Hola guys, ¿cómo están? Regresamos con otro video. Esta es la parte 2 de la gran final. Sentinels va a jugar ahorita en Split. Si gana, van a mapa 5 y si pierden, van a irse a su casa. Vamos a ver qué pasa. Y pues de ahí, si ganan, nos vamos a Icebox. Va a estar muy apretada esta partida. Los veo ahí.
Early ramp take to start this one off. Paranoia being thrown, countered as well. Everyone
him.
blind.
No way, Tenzi can't get away with the kill.
Okay, but SEN also realized that that's a bit of a fake. It's not everybody in that area.
Second gets off the line for just a moment, and now he's going to be faced with an
Oh my god, se lleva dos, güey.
Positioning still, walks away with two. Return to fire. SEN not leaving anything to chance. They want to try and funnel and rotate everybody towards them, but yet still Gen.G.
Oh no.
Right into their hands.
Buena.
No help.
Y tiene Spike, ¿no?
Low on health indeed. Meteor forced to scatter and back away. I mean, we are talking about the opening 35 seconds here.
Güey, si no gana este Sentinels, güey, es GG's, güey.
Looking to put a pistol round on the board.
SEN are getting antsy here though.
John QT.
Por favor.
Oh
my god, gracias.
Definite chances, but Sentinels necessary beginning here for this map on Split.
Definitely is. That's a great.
Güey, no me gusta que Sentinels esté defendiendo primero, güey.
A lot of actually Gen.G's
Ha
attacks
jugado
are-
mejor cuando
Last
ataca
time these
primero y
two teams
defiende
faced was
segundo,
dominated
güey.
by A ramp fights.
Yeah.
And kind of that fight over A heaven, actually even in the post plan. So Tens uses the paranoia instantly to try to stop anyone from scaling. They realize that instead it's coming through mid. Zekken does an amazing job at picking up two.
Como tú veas, yo confío en ti, güey. Como tú quieras, güey, yo confío en ti.
Gotta remember, this is still Sentinels before getting smacked around by some of the APAC teams. Still one of their better maps here. They might just try and jump onto this one.
Buen molly, buen molly. W molly.
Backs away, not getting caught out into the open. Still,
Vamos.
a few stray shots in. One of the
Y el último es
win
Icebox,
cons
güey.
for Gen.G I found as well when you were revisiting, you know,
Si
the
ganan
split map
esto,
when
se
you
van a
last
mapa
clashed and played against
a
one
mapa,
another. Was Celsius kind of getting caught out in the open. On top
5,
of
güey.
those mid fights, or at least the A ramp fights that you were talking about earlier, Josh.
Yeah. I mean, they in the previous time these two teams faced, they tried to set up a high-low in mid and just drop the orb.
Este es muy importante para Sentinels, güey. O sea, esto no lo pueden perder, güey, ni de a huevo. Tienen que demostrar, güey, que...
On the follow-up after the rifle, after the pistol.
Have given up a lot of space though to Cam. Spotting out the tippy toes.
And this is a very classic position for John's cam. Gen.G are going to know that.
I wonder por qué no la dejó ir, güey.
Zekken's the only
Antes.
player here. He's got to get safe before the wall goes down. And Munchkin, almost getting caught in mid, will die to Tens.
Ya murió uno.
Might be looking to swarm here, just a wide face and peek. John is under attack.
Buena.
Finally, he's going to have some reinforcements. Just allowed into the side.
Buena.
Here, but he survives. Could have got dangerous. Could have maybe got expensive. Let's say.
Let's go.
Oh, but it's a good, clean finish for SEN. John Cuty's been fantastic in an anchoring spot. Tens always sends a really nice smoke, and John's got cages he can play around, traps to catch people. It's very effective.
Yeah.
What doesn't work is when they lose the early
Güey,
round
y banearon los dos
right off the
mapas.
rip.
Güey.
Gen.G now with rifles on board, looking to try to dominate B main by the look of things. Meteor was acting a bit.
Siento que Lotus es todavía mejor para... Era mejor para
Looks like he is again
Sentinels
separated from the
que...
pack.
Good time for Sen to try and cook
Got
something up
sent,
here
wait.
in their bonus round, and fully grouped up this time. Nothing to chance, is it? Flash through, no connection with the orb dropping down.
Oh,
well, not expecting it, but he does
buena.
dash into the open. There is that follow-up. Now the reaction. Gen.G fast on the approach. TP forwards by Karen, and they have cleared out that B site.
I do like the way that Gen.G balance between pushing aggressively in post plants and waiting for the flood defense. This one, just waiting to see if there's a reaction from SEN. They know that the economy's weak, expecting the flood.
Danger spotted. Nade as well. He's stunned up entirely here. Sassy so fast of it. Zekken combining with that approach here out wide. Munchkin seeking to at least relieve that pressure and damage and offset that disadvantage. Still locked down onto the pillar angle. They wait, a pause, but now the paranoia allows him to play it a little bit deeper here. Smoke now, propped up.
Zekken is one, he's got to be healed.
He is going to top back up to a bit more health still. Gotta think Gen.G, it all comes down to the way these fights get taken. Zekken from the side. Temple taken out of Charon inside the cage, dominating but cleaned up. Munchkin in the back, 1v1! No bullets, no chance!
No!
Munchkin with the sidearm saves the bloody day.
Fuck.
Well, that's an extremely expensive round again. SEN on the bonus, creating pressure, applying danger. Pretty disastrous dash there from Meteor, actually. Player who has really impressed me with how much smarter he seems than on previous teams.
Yeah.
And then grouping together to try to flush out these people one at a time. Just a little unfortunate that Zekken didn't have more loaded in the clip. That economic damage is going to be one Guardian for Gen.G, so it doesn't even have that much effect.
Potential for another large fight.
Now, Gen.G were fighting over A ramp with 4 players a lot of the time, the last time that these two teams faced off. This one, though, a 1-1-3.
They pause, and now they make the play here with the paranoid just a little bit too delayed. Rocket up and over, up trap saves him, but not from the bullets. So you're falling, damage done to Texture, nades nowhere close, so he will survive, and Lakia is in mid.
Yeah, look at this awesome response from Lakia. Realizing that overcommitted to the A ramp fight. He takes all of this space.
He tells us it's not going to be expecting. It's not going to be expecting.
Oh shit!
Still lands it.
What a flick! What a turn!
What the
insane.
fuck?
Forced to pivot now for Gen.G. He's not an option. So they go back to what has been working for them. They've been doing a lot of these mid-round calls. Group up, collected together.
I'm seeing
brute force and win these fights.
I'm seeing pings on the minimap, Bren, that indicate they want to push through B Heaven into spawn. I don't know exactly whether they're going to commit on that. The cam is going to spot them.
30 seconds left.
Just about. Snakebite though.
Yeah, look at this. They're looking to try to take the fight towards stairs while Munchkin plants.
Has got a plan. He was trying to pit. Goes down entirely here. The trades online now for Sentinels. Obliterating any chance here for Charon to even stand toe to toe.
Let's go.
Shots, he can't quite manage it.
A supremely better beginning to this map for SEN. Putting the pressure on Gen.G, dealing, I don't know how, but dealing with Lakia coming through vent. Gotta see this again.
Oye, ese tiro qué? Holy shit! Damn!
Ew!
Ew!
Yeah. All laughs in the SEN camp, not letting the stress get to them.
I mean, I assume that there was an amusing reaction from Zelsis in comms as well. He seems like the kind of player to do it. But that's broken Gen.G. All of that damage from an expensive bonus round.
Here.
I don't want to count them out, but the economical advantage is massive for SEN, and they needed a hot start. They've got it.
You're right, we're feeling like you can't count Gen.G out. I mean, this team made a name for themselves as well, just in qualifying for this event by winning so many of these rounds where they weren't expected to. Shouldn't be as much danger, but you never know.
¿Esto dónde cae? ¿Backside o pilar?
Quickly into the approach here. There was a paranoia, and Pillar's close.
Oh my god, wait. Oh my god.
Out wide. With Zelsis falling, JEN.G left scrambling. He's trying to pick up these pieces. Pit collected and corralled now. It's only up to him in a 1v1 second.
What the fuck?
And holds down the fort just when his team needed it.
What a savior for Sentinels.
Güey, no sé ni qué vergas pasó, güey. Yo pensé que Sentinels perdió esa ronda. What? A ver, ahí perdieron 2. Ahí perdieron 3. What the fuck? Güey, no sé ni qué vergas pasó, güey. Te lo juro por Dios, no sé ni qué pasó, güey. Yo de repente vi que Sentinels ganó. ¿Cómo? No tengo la menor puta idea. Habían perdido 3 cabrones, güey. Era 2v5. Sí, güey. Era 2v5. ¿Cómo vergas ganaron eso, güey? Mira, güey. Jet se topó, güey. ¿Qué pasó, Luis? Tocayo, con la pipo ya no se me ve. No entendí ni vergas. Oh. Luis se lleva seconds, güey.
A great read though, and now Texture looking like he wants to get put into the smoke, or at least avoiding this flash.
Es literalmente lo que pasó la última vez, güey, y ganó Sentinels. No entiendo cómo vergas ganaron esa ronda, güey. Pasó tan rápido que, like, what the fuck.
Trying to disrupt the SEN retake. There was a lot of talk about how incredible Sentinels retakes were. We were at the beginning of this tournament saying SEN, Carmine Core, retakes were amazing. A kickoff, Sentinels won.
Güey, los retakes de... Los retakes de Sentinels, güey, eran fenomenal, güey. Si no, los mejores retakes que se ha visto, güey, en un chingo de tiempo, güey. So, va ganando GEN.G 2-1. So, si gana GEN.G esto, ya es campeón. Pero ahorita va ganando Sentinels. Güey, fuera de pedo, los retakes de Sentinels eran muy cabrón, güey. Oh, my God. Sí, vi la Active. Me encantó. No sé si esté rota, no creo que esté rota, pero sí es muy buena. No sé si esté rota, pero sí es muy buena. Oh. Sí, pero solamente en donde hayas muerto. Digamos, si tú mueres A, no puedes poner un humo en B. Puedes ponerlos nada más A. O sea, y tienes una radius, güey. Tienes como un lugar donde ponerlo. O sea, no es como si yo me muero A, digamos, aquí en Split y voy y te pongo 2 humos en B si tú estás allá. Pero si da la casualidad que tú estás A conmigo, sí puedo ponerlo. Sí. O sea, es muy buena. Creo que no está quebrada, pero sí tiene unas habilidades nuevas. Buen blind. 12 segundos. Let's go.
Big round from TENS. Great shot with the Guardian to open things up. But I think what actually wins the round.
Seguro la nerfean igualmente. Es que no hay nada. Es que no no vamos a saber si está rota hasta que salga. Y no va a salir hasta la próxima semana. Lo dijeron. So, en una semana va a salir. Aparte de eso, yo no veo que esté rota. O sea, de lo poco que vi, no está rota. Pero sí es un nuevo agente que va a cambiar el meta. Yo creo que sí cambia el meta, pero no va a ser rota. Porque, güey, es muy específica ese tipo de jugador. Se llevó a uno, güey.
Rebounding across the wall, lucky a finish cap into the wall, maybe a chance for Meteor, but the knives just go amiss. All ran out, and so do the chances really. Attempt to try and take this space still.
Love that smoke from TENS as well. Not something that they were previously doing, choosing to fight a ramp. But now just making sure GEN.G have
no, es que, güey, antes agarraban rampas, güey, como si nada, güey.
Looking to drop the wall and take the fight on their terms. They
Paranoia,
missed the Paranoia.
Oh my God, güey.
Combine their might and Sentinels, no chance entirely. It's all gone wrong.
Fuck, man.
Brutal. That's the bungle.
Ha pasado mucho cuando quieren hacer ese tipo de peleas, güey, y nomás no, güey. Un cabrón de GEN.G siempre se lleva uno, güey, siempre se lleva 3 cabrones, güey. ¿Cómo vergas? No sé. Fuck, man.
Yes, there is simply no need to make a play like that. They want to clear out a ramp, I understand, but you're just taking too many risks there. The Paranoia doesn't clear out the lane fully, and GEN.G are so ready for that. They punished Sentinels many times before. What a huge one for GEN.G to be able to take. And frankly, against most teams, SEN would get away with that. Yeah. But GEN.G are so sharp. Their positioning is so good over towards a ramp.
Güey, aquí Sentinels, güey. Sentinels mínimo, güey. Ocupa los 9, güey. 9-3, güey. Mínimo, güey.
Showstopper for Texture here. Should be looking at that 4th round on the board.
Texture got an amazing showstopper round against SEN previously by doing pretty much the same thing we just saw, stopping them fighting a ramp.
Its anchoring players are going to get tested.
It's unusual for Zelsis to be here.
¿Cuánto perdieron la primera vez, güey?
Smokes here, but with the wires taken out, he's pitting. Pitting early preemptive. Paranoia will not connect there. Where will the rocket go, though? That is the question. And fires it straight into Zelsis. He's dropped, and with that, the pit. It's an open side out, open still. Looks like a chance to take this fight, but they're not anticipating it. Meteor already up onto that high ground position, but Sentinel's not messing around. A rapid approach and a rapid retake of this one. They are being cleaned up entirely.
1v5, no mames.
Munchkin ready to stop anybody going through A heaven, but the players on site had already done his
A ver,
job for
creo que
him.
aquí les dio una putiza
Tries to make the most.
en este mapa, güey.
He's gonna have no chances there. The finish line.
Güey, es que GEN.G, güey. GEN.G es muy bueno, güey. Y bien inteligente. Estos cabrones juegan bien inteligente, güey. Banearon los dos mapas, güey, que Sentinels tiene la mejor ventaja, güey. O sea, les valió verga así en caliente, güey. Y Sentinels no baneó Breeze. ¿Por qué vergas no baneó Breeze? No entiendo. Prefirieron banear Lotus, que siento que Lotus era mejor para ellos.
He's filling up the pieces here. Shots going wide there from Meteor. No tag onto the damage, and it was definitely a threat of it. Celsius on the half armor.
I wonder if they can get a read that because Meteor faced mid, he's not going to be lurking A ramp.
Maybe pensaron que iban a tener un mejor Lotus. Y sí tuvieron un Breeze muy bueno. Tuvieron un Breeze decente, güey. Pero no era suficiente para cambiar para cambiar el mapa, güey. Y todavía lo dominaron en sí. O sea, fue más cerca, güey. Fue lo mejor que vimos de Sentinels en Breeze, güey. Pero no fue suficiente, güey.
Zeken's coming forwards to try to help.
50 seconds. Now Karen does have util as well. Paranoia, going to be getting good information with that one. Respecting the position here, Sassy.
Antes este mapa era muy cabrón, güey. O sea, nadie estaba dispuesto a escoger este puto mapa, güey, contra Sentinels, güey. Porque sabían, güey, que Sentinels, güey, está muy pitudo, güey. ¡Oh, W! Seconds, güey. ¡Let's go! Seconds, güey. Seconds is locked the fucking... Vamos, Seconds. Seconds es el único cabrón, güey, que anda locked in, güey.
Seconds asking the crowd to appreciate or telling Gen.G he can handle more of them.
Seconds anda locked in, güey. Ya tienen una ronda, güey, más, güey, que la última vez, güey. Yeah. Lock in, baby. Lock the fucking. Lock in, mapa 5, perros. Lock in. Y voy a apostar 5,000 puntos, güey, si vamos a mapa 5, güey. Mapa 5, güey, 5,000 puntos, güey. Oh, güey, no agarró el cable, creo.
SEN are looking good to maybe make it 7.
Add a few more to the tally perhaps, but maybe speaking too soon.
Ocupan el 8-4, güey. El 8-4, güey.
Yeah, in the 4v5s. Yeah. But look at this. Sassy and Zeken realizing that.
Oh my god, Seconds con este lurk, güey.
Zeken knows if he gets one more kill, he's got a showstopper earned and available for him to just try and get out.
Oh my god.
The trip will give him the timing here to potentially make the play.
There it is, flash through. TP pass, broken. Backs to the wall, backs to him in time.
Oh my god.
The movement, the twists and turns. Looking like ballerinas out in mid.
Pero claramente no esperan a Sassy, ¿verdad?
But Sassy's here, potentially as the safety net to clean it all up.
Might be your time to strike, Sun. Step up to the line and really reward the rest of your team. As two topple and fall texture soon after. And
¡Let's go!
Wide swing, wide face.
Uy, güey, creo que no esperaban el segundo cabrón allí. Let's go, let's go.
A relieved smile on the face of Zeken. No need for the replay, I don't think. After picking up 4
Es
in
que,
the
güey.
previous. Look at that hand on his head. Thought he'd ruined it. But his teammates were there to pick things up. Huge from Sassy, who gave his life to make Zeken's play work in the previous round.
Se empezó a reír, güey. Let's go.
And what a read from SEN as well, that they can get away with that because Gen.G group up so much.
Don't worry, don't worry. Come on, let's go.
They talked about
Lock
that.
in, baby.
They knew it coming
Última
out of the
ronda.
press conference after the upper bracket final.
Last round of the half. 10 seconds down already, and look how aggressive SEN are. This Trailblazer, I mean, it's so deeply pushed.
Yeah.
Constant information. I mean, Sassy is pushed entirely. He's given them the full information now, just calling it out to the rest of his team.
It looks like we're watching Gen.G on the defense, right? Just believing in the read.
Oh shit, vio como a 4 cabrones.
Cannot peek into that many players. But if you allow them to walk up mid, Zeken's death earned him a showstopper.
No way.
Sassy can't die here.
Oh my god,
He
Sassy.
can't take that level of risk. He's just looking for the information.
Gen.G all eyes now on the B side. Will be trips waiting for him. The nade should clear at least one layer of it. Smoke's now up with the paranoia through, and it's a call made to flood right back into it. The rocket damage done, but already Texture right behind, snaps back second. Shuts down the adversary, shuts down the nemesis. But does he anticipate this? Yes, he does!
Let's go!
Sublime!
Let's fucking go!
Another 4 kills and only 4 rounds.
Let's go!
On the board for Gen.G.
8-4, güey. Let's go. 5 rondas, güey. Nada más necesitan 5, cabrones. 5 vergas. Voy al baño.
Carving out their own path. But maybe starting to feel that heat.
Sometimes in moments like this, it can just feel a little too real. The realization hits you. Texture knocked down to only 20 health. When that's combined with the Viper Wall.
Qué buena granada, eh. Oh my god. Ocupan esta ronda, güey. Ocupan esta ronda, güey.
Calling for the pause and around here for Sentinels, understanding the importance of it, not getting ahead of themselves.
Their map control is actually fairly good here, with Sassy watching behind. Lakia not getting punished for this re-exploration, but also finding incorrect information. That might drive people into Sassy. He's weak, but he has a sheriff.
GEN.G have gone walkabouts themselves. What's the thought process here? Flash, acknowledgement now at least that there's going to be players behind him, but Sassy feeling no real pressure, but now he's got to hear it. Jumping down into vents, they are just forcing the position and forcing the fight straight to them. Surely not favored into this one. 3v2, damage! And down, drop down to the players here. Single shot will do it.
Fucking shit.
Survives. Spike. It's still in the hands of Sassy here, but he's got so much more to do. And does he hear the drop down? He does not.
Fuck, man.
That's a crazy round from Texture towards the end. Combined health pools, barely in the double digits. And yet Texture's able
No pueden
to
forzar,
weave
güey.
around slightly.
Fuck, estaban tan cerca, güey.
Pops ahead. Great resilience on show here for Gen.G. Even though they're in the lead, with players that haven't been in this kind of position before, the closer you get to winning, sometimes the more the pressure mounts.
Esa ronda es muy importante, puta madre, güey. Esa ronda era muy importante, güey. Eso se podría haber ido un pinche 10, güey. 10-5, güey.
Certainly Meteor has not given up the confidence.
No. That's back immediately here in the jump spot. Himself is not seeing too much down. Ends up getting punished. Meteor, real chance for him to feast. It's going to be met though with a few shotgun pellets. Munchkin. Really nice idea there and awareness.
Pues ya entraron acá,
That
güey.
could be a possibility. It's all being shut down, all being locked down.
Clean from Gen.G. Very clean. Second just trying to get the orb online, and he does. He runs away with it. Call that a silver lining, yeah. And SEN have got to be fairly happy about this.
Lakia, hello, knives out. What the hell is going on here? Realizing it.
Could go for a knife fight. Why not? Second gets picked off, but SEN won't be too bothered about
Fuck.
that. Another huge difference between SEN playing Split in the upper bracket final and now. The vibe, the atmosphere, it's so different. They don't feel as timid, unconfident. Ten said that he was zoning out.
Come on. Lock in.
Really find good timings to be able to take his ones. Second got shut down. It's different, and yet Gen.G are still keeping it within 2. They're such a dangerous squad, and it's on them to cook up some idea for this bonus round.
Let him
what a
cook.
weird wall from Munchkin over towards A.
This is bizarre. Different twist onto some of them that are being thrown out. Blocks up this angle. Meteor happy to jiggle it. They could have crossed onto either side here. Okay, there it is.
No sé si soy yo o siento que Tens ha estado ha sido muy callado en este mapa. Y cuando me refiero que ha estado muy callado es que, o sea, no ha tenido oportunidad de, pues, demostrar lo que sabemos que Tens puede hacer. Y eso creo que a veces sí afecta mucho al equipo, güey. Oh, wow, lo dejó a 10 de vida, güey.
They're gonna get caught here.
Covering fire, you're right, they are getting caught in all sorts of positions.
Let's go.
Second, creeping and crawling. Whoa, Texture though, back at it again. It's not quite enough still. It's an overwhelming advantage now for Sentinels.
Exactly where you are.
I'm watching for this again.
Let's go.
Caught. So much value out of this position over towards Vents. Again, feels like a hard read from Sentinels to me. baiting them into fighting over A-Ram.
Let's go!
Just creeping up mid with the contact.
Ronda 9. Vamos, vamos.
Any time where you see SEN taking mid control without using Dog or Boombot, you've got to call it a hard read, in my opinion. They just know that GEN.G love to group up heavily on sides of the map, and this is where you're finally seeing that adaptation, abusing the holes that GEN.G cause by trying to stack players.
Y es lo que digo, yo creo que está jugando muy bien Sentinels, pero
Meteor is now going to have an operator online.
Pero
But he's holding very far back over towards
no
A.
sé por
It's
qué
not a position
Sentinels,
where you're likely to get too much
Tense,
value.
ahorita como que no ha agarrado mucho ritmo. Sí ha tenido decentes jugadas, pero no ha destacado como cuando él destaca, güey.
Yeah, and at the very
El
least,
equipo siento que juega todavía mejor, güey, de lo
it
que es.
also allows them to
O sea,
get good
pero que no
information
se,
behind
o sea,
Celsius'
en cualquier
wall,
momento este cabrón
which he's
puede
put
llevarse
in
un
front
puto
of the
ace y
lane.
puede
Now as it goes
hacer una
down,
jugada muy
he
importante
knows
para el
there's
equipo.
nobody over in this area of the map.
Clearing a push with the flashes out. It's a wide face,
Oh,
really wide face, but all the kills eventually being collected and traded there by Caron. Meteor though, got a miss though to where these potential players could be. Good information, at least with the acknowledgement there. Trailblazer finding the target and the mark, but really chaotic situation. Pings on the map though, GEN.G are aware.
Yeah, and I don't think GEN.G are actually going to think that it's a full commitment A heaven. You would expect Zekken to be with the play here because he's one away from Showstopper, he's the entry player. So the fact he was in market, I think, has scrambled GEN.G a little.
Yeah, they're all over the place this time, less trusting of their gut and wondering where the hell these players have got to. Tens almost going down there, out to the open. Meteor left to anchor now, and his position is being assaulted and swarmed.
Oh, qué
Paranoia
buen
is
blind,
good
güey.
shot. Missed. Going stray, still walks it down onto this angle, but look at it, they've just absolutely overpowered them.
Qué buena, güey.
Really beautiful attack side.
Let's
from
go!
Sen. Gorgeous calling from John from the whole team. Contact plays. In the previous, contacting up mid to pinch the players over towards A heaven.
Güey,
This
si
time,
matan a este cabrón, güey, no sé si van a ir.
Through A heaven. Karen just caught a glimpse and
Sí, güey. Es que, mira, güey, fue el buen blind. O sea, el pinch que hicieron, güey. O sea, el pinch que hizo Tense, güey, acá en site y Seconds entrar, güey, se llevaron a dos cabrones en putiza, güey. Y pudieron tradear rápido, güey.
To give Munchkin that gut feeling that he's gonna make the right call. And I think you could see it on the minimap there. GEN.G were so spread out, even after they
10-6, güey, 10-6.
Spotting Zekken with the Trailblazer in market was a real head scratcher for A and the Orb on B. But it doesn't look like GEN.G are thinking it's a real threat. It's only Munchkin in this area with a Bucky.
We have seen GEN.G do work in spots like this prior, especially inside the orb. Hello, Munchkin. There's the dog now, breaks it, will let loose that snake bite. So covering the retreat,
Oh,
but
qué buena
at the same
kill.
time, John QT here anticipating every
Muy
single
buenas kills,
play.
muy buenas kills.
Getting two, there's a job well done. Karen did return that fire, but Munchkin pushed back and away. Snakebite vulnerable. Boombot in his face, barely dealt with. Still alive and kicking the
Oh,
Meteor.
wow.
Rapid on the approach,
Qué
rapid
buen
on the
blind.
uptake.
They didn't help Zekken. Zekken got into sight and they were scared. Scared of the Buckies, scared of the snake bites coming down. Something caused a hesitation in Sen here. And it's a 3v3. Still with knives on
No
the other
pueden
side.
perder esta ronda, güey. No pueden perder esta ronda, güey.
It's close, not quite concealed, only good for the one. There's that instant trade. The Meteor's way ahead of you. Look at this guy, already taking a position forward and tucked underneath. He's picked up a rifle, and this could be the playmaker. Real time, watching it play out. It's like a car crash in slow motion, but a tucked plant, not anticipating it, labored in that 1v1, or 1v2.
Oh
Sassy
my God.
removed. Meteor, what a play.
The anticipation again of the rotate coming through before Sen had even realized they were going to end A. Meteor knew
Un
it.
timeout aquí, ¿no?
That's trusting your gut.
¿Qué,
What we're
güey,
talking
qué
about, having-
pasó, güey?
There's no
Dejaron a
hesitation in terms of
Seconds
the way you
solo,
make
güey.
these plays.
¿Por qué no entraron?
Again for Sentinels, I think it was a bit of hesitation. If they'd bullied their way through Munchkin's setup on B, they're probably there to help Zekken, maybe even trade that out. Listen, there's a possibility that it all goes wrong as well, but that's how dangerous GEN.G can be. Solo and HSK looking like that's given them new life. Wind in the sails.
Yeah, you can understand why. Zekken does have the showstopper. Critical tool that they could be using. Maybe maybe swing this round when the economy, well, a super heavy investment. Gen.G should have some money just left in the bank, but if they lose this round, it won't look ideal for them.
Zekken was dominating on the defense side. I think he ended it with 23. Hasn't quite been able to find the same success, but here he comes.
Yep, just following it. It's all going to be leading. No way! Meteor plugs him out of the sky.
Didn't get cleared. He was on top of the box.
Yeah, the threat of that rocket is just negated immediately. TenZ, though, he's looking for timings of his own, and this is the right time to take them. Gotta play riskily now when you're a player down, especially against a team like Gen.G.
Texture.
Stacked.
Oh my god.
The timing.
Texture.
TenZ, voltea.
Man walking.
He really is. Should not be getting away with this at all. In fact, Texture not even worried about it. His team's going to be calling for it. He wins the fight out. Munchkin taking that one alone, but already it's Texture sees the advantage, and now that close position tucked to the corner, punishing the AWP pick. Himself is wondering how the hell did he get there? Two players to stand, but turning it down, and Meteor turning up the bloody heat. All up to John.
Again, another SEN player in a 1v2 to end this situation. Not favored. 25 seconds. Doesn't know where Meteor is. There's barely going to be any time here. At some point, he's got to get a move on. He's going to give the information away to Lakia.
15 seconds.
Can he knife out walk the entire way?
As much as he possibly can. Wants to give away absolutely nothing. But at some point, they got to know it's A. And Lakia, yeah, finally realizing, turns his attention towards it. Barely enough time. So John's got a hell of a task ahead of him now.
Come on, Johnny.
Doesn't know where the players are.
Come on, Johnny.
Left to take some gambles. Lakia, what the hell was that peak?
That's an unbelievable shot, though, from John.
Absolutely. Brought it to the 1v1. 8 bullets
Come on, Johnny.
in the clip. Smoke out. Open Meteor. Spoils the potential play of a lifetime.
I believed it for a moment. He even got the game reset, but Meteor comes up with another huge
Fuck,
round,
bro.
saving Gen.G.
Holy
They looked
shit.
down and out. And here it is, the punish on the showstopper after already winning that previous round. He dominates, shuts down TenZ, wins the 1v1 at the end as well. They'll have to film another take of that.
Oh, frustrations on display.
Not the cinema that John was looking for there. I believe we're going into a tactical timeout here as well.
Yeah,
Fuck.
there it is.
Yeah, timeout for Sentinels then. They've just lost 2 rounds in a row.
Steady.
Y no alcanza a ver, güey.
Creeping back up to it now, trying to make it an even map, an even game. Texture. Got that showstopper here. Caron setting up the play out towards Ram.
That's pretty risky, actually, giving away his positioning there, and TenZ is taking the timing.
Smoke out. Texture, though, with the rifle in his hands. He's the one who has to really land this one. Shot!
Buena.
Crouched up. Not expecting that. Too many players to account for. Texture falling. Caron now with the judge. Now, I've seen this one before. If they walk right into him, there could be trouble.
Yeah, but they've got the
Spell.
cipher.
Pero ya saben
They
dónde
see
está,
that
güey.
he's got that weapon. They want no piece of that smoke.
Now a maneuver all the way over. Lakia out wide, trying to anchor
Güey.
his position. Follow
No.
through with the kill.
¿Y el
and they
ping?
trade out. There's a
¿No lo
better play.
vieron?
Caron, TP in the fight, in the mix, inside the smoke, trying
He's
to dominate
everywhere.
this one, but he only has the judge. What can one man do? Not enough. Pit, lay it down for Sentinels. They're not leaving this one to chance. They need to clean it up now. For Munchkin, the IGL. Does he anticipate
Let's go.
Zekken's forward position? He does not. So
Let's go. Dos rondas más, güey. Dos más, güey. Dos más. Come on. Come on. Come on.
New lease of life on their side.
Y TenZ va jugando bien, o sea, no está jugando mal, güey, pero siento que como que no, o sea, yo no digo que va mal, pero, güey, siento que, o sea, lo han matado así, güey, bien estúpido, güey, y no ha tenido la oportunidad, creo que de brillar como sabemos que puede.
And then got knowledge about where Caron was playing and knowledge that there was an opening in mid they could take advantage of.
Necesitan esta, güey,
Last time we saw
necesitan
Gen.G
esta, güey,
on
necesitan
Broken
este
Bind, they
bonus, güey.
won the thing.
Este save run, ocupan este
Count
save
them
run,
out
güey.
here.
Definitely have the tools to do so again.
But I mean, their positioning is, it couldn't be more wrong at the moment. Munchkin's got to try and hold it down with the judge until the cavalry arrives.
Not going fast onto his approach, but now they might just be. Still that judge. Prime position to really get some work done with this one in the close quarter avenue. Still they dash past him. They don't know where he is finally. Dealing with him. But that push down mid has turned into a fast flank with all 4 of them.
Come on, come on.
Be giving it away,
Lentamos.
but are they going to be aware that there's this many players?
No reaction from SEN. They're not trying to take space elsewhere.
No. Holding the ground, ensnared onto the site. Now from that high ground position, spam through, but Ten's not being baited with this one. Texture, how has he got that? Opened it up onto Zelsis, rocket, rebounds into the bag, kills, collected, and there's a 1v2 out of
Oh
nowhere.
my fucking god, bro.
Caron delivers. And I'm telling you, man, you cannot count Gen.G out.
It's another thrifty for Gen.G, man. And it's Sen not being quick enough, not realizing fast enough that everybody was on the flank there. You know, from our position, seeing all of the perfect information, it seems obvious. Okay, you need to take screens control. You need to be able to take heaven
¿Por qué no
control there.
agarraron
But they
heaven
didn't
control?
plan for heaven, and they just all got stuck on site. They were expecting there to still be some people over towards screens or ramp or heaven.
¿Ves? O sea, siento que Atenz, güey, no ha podido, o sea, no está jugando mal, güey, pero no ha podido hacer jugar bien. O sea, va, agarra un kill y lo traidean rapidísimo o lo agarran en un mal lugar, güey, y eso es muy cabrón, güey.
2 rounds stands between them in terms of that equalization. Again, looks like a fast play out, and it is gliding forward. Zelsis goes down to his own nade.
Oh my god.
The damage follow-up, the rifle in play. GEN.G is so fast here, just trying to follow through with Sassy. He's already gained that ground here, but they've lost too many players.
Surely. I mean, Gen.G don't have that many holes in their defense side either this round. Munchkin's already keeping B main control. You know, you've got...
Ya ven, o sea, y ocupamos que Tenz haga esas jugadas, güey, que sabemos que puede hacer, güey. Acaban de perder 2 de sus mejores jugadores, güey. No digo que los otros sean malos, güey, pero está muy cabrón, güey. Esta situación se está poniendo muy jodida, güey.
Just maybe you can find this. Kills Zelsis.
Buena
kill.
kill.
Away with it again.
But they can't use that. It does pull the Gen.G players away slightly, but as soon as the plant goes down, Gen.G are going to know that they have to focus on B, and Zelsis is going to get rooted out here.
Not again.
No,
Buena!
No way! The 3 versus 3. The discipline, the diligence, paranoia sweeps through. Now the Seekers over the top with the flash, trying to hold his ground. Sassy does not go down.
Volteen!
Double up guns need to be out, and AI in play. Finally, Lakia. A 1v2 finds the first. Next one.
Oh my fucking god, bro.
Get out of here. It's lights out.
He's been so good for Gen.G in the clutch. And he cleans it up again.
Son como 3 putas rondas, güey, así, güey.
But finally, Gen.G got rewarded for their good early round play.
Está muy cabrón, güey. Está muy cabrón esto, güey.
Successful rounds for Sentinels in this half so far. Gen.G otherwise finding moment after moment. And look at the reaction. Pure relief on Lakia's face.
El mental está muy jodido ahorita, El mental va a estar muy jodido aquí, güey. Tienen que ser bien agresivos, güey. Sí, es que, güey, tienen que ahorita jugar bien agresivos, verga.
Gen.G have made such an incredible comeback in this half. They're starting to believe it.
Güey, íbamos 10-5, güey.
They're only 3 rounds away from lifting that trophy. And this one
2 rondas, vamos, vamos. Lock in, baby. Lock the fuck in. Vamos.
It's up to Sentinels to pull out. Not just miraculous moments, but honestly,
I believe. I fucking believe.
Might just be necessary. A jiggle. And folk gathering for Lakia here. There's much chance of a punish. Here's the dog, Trailblazer broken, denying, and he's sort of grounded, he might be able to gain Meteor. He's up close and personal now with this rifle in his hands. Does he anticipate this kind of danger? It's returned, at least with the fire, but he's already gained 2 kills for his team, and now GEN.G wants to put a bit of a move on here still. Doesn't have a rifle to take that fight, dodging, ducking, weaving.
Nice!
Finally, the run and gun in action, Sassy.
Come on, 3v3, 3v3. Esto es posible, güey. Muy posible, vergas. Let's go. Lock in.
Too early by taking the shot. Missed it on John. He's opened up a chance for Sen. Post plants look good as well, honestly.
They do.
They've also planted so that Tens could get one and then ult away to heaven.
Possibilities now for Sen. twist and turn and find themselves up to 12 here. Paranoia's exchanged. Okay, the nade just dodged the bout with the TP engaged. Texture matters into his own hands. He's just blitzed his way onto the site now, out through the back of it. Neurofem, maybe some false information, but they are looking everywhere now. Smoke, drop down, Texture, sticking, half.
Let's go! Let's fucking go! Es lo que se ocupaba, güey.
What a way
Güey.
for Sen to respond.
Es lo que se ocupaba, güey.
The Thrifties will not go quietly. Both teams finding those avenues to be able to turn these into miracles.
Sí, güey, pues es que, güey, si perdías esa, güey, era GG's, güey. Porque ya no ibas a tener dinero para la que seguía, güey, y era muy... ¡Vamos! ¡Una más, cabrones! ¡Una más! Come on.
Deny Gen.G the trophy at least.
Come on!
And move us onto Icebox.
Here.
How well Gen.G have been playing. There's no certainties. But I think Sen are happy in this spot now. Guns are good. Gen.G's economy, listen, hasn't stopped them in the past, but it's taking a hit.
Only a little one though. Munchkin is pretty happy with the judge here. It's Texture, who's really in the worst spot of things, but he's hiding inside a smoke, looking to
Oh
try
my
to
god,
make the
aquí va a
play
estar muy
here.
cabrón.
Meteor, off angle, off angle!
Nice!
Loses his fight out.
Against the high-low there, it's very difficult to get anything done.
Will this be the domino effect
But
here?
look, it's a fake
instant
Brent.
reaction. Yeah, there's a fake Charon. He commits a TP to try and reinforce that A side, but it's all for naught. Texture, the lone player to stand against it. The onslaught sweeping them through all the bounds, and the sting is just not good for him.
Oh my god.
Paranoia,
Buen
though.
blind,
Has to
pero
be a
si lo
blowout,
matan.
has to be a clean.
Nice.
There is there on time. Texture dropped in the process now with 30 seconds left. Take a pause.
No han
in the round,
plantado,
take a
güey, no han
breather because
plantado.
Sentinels realize it. The chance now to extend that play in the series, to take it all the way to Icebox. A tap forces it out. The first wave of the util.
Uno más, come on!
So do the bullets. Lakia, a lot to overcome. A lot
Let's
to do.
go!
It's just impossible.
Let's fucking go!
Five is on the cards.
¡Let's go!
Box all the glory.
¿Por qué no
The
fui,
other will
güey,
be
no
gutted
pude
to
ir
have
el año
gone so
pasado a
far
Champions, güey,
and
en
go
Los
away
Ángeles, güey?
empty-handed.
No me vuelvo a perder un
Texture
evento de
takes a little
estos,
bit of
güey.
space
Está tan
towards
hermoso,
A,
güey.
but that knife indicating
Sentinels
that
defendiendo
it's gonna be a
primero,
bit of
güey.
fake
Loki
pressure.
me gusta.
Sentinels have already stacked 4
So,
players over towards A. Ready for Gen.G's
Creo que es el
classic
mismo, o sea,
flash
están jugando
dizzy
igual
engage.
todos, o sea, el mismo equipo.
They're not going in that direction, and I think Sen are just starting to realize before Tens takes contact.
Wondering where they might be. Thoughts creeping into their heads, wondering, oh, is mid exposed? Got to try and watch those angles. Tens gets off the angle.
Munchkin's trying to sell it. It's only him here.
Yeah, it is just this lone player lurking up. Still Sen choose to stack the bodies towards it. In fact, they full board it.
Munchkin was thinking for a moment of calling his team back. You saw Gen.G doubling back towards mid just for a second, and now they've started walking their way into B. You're right, Sen, they bought this hook, line, and sinker.
Now realizing the errors of their ways, Dizzy lays the groundwork now to try and take towards this B site. Man with the plant down, but it's an open angle here that wasn't actually smoked off. That's not available for them. Still fights ready to be taken here. Sentinels trying to get fast onto the approach and hot on their heels. Kill onto Lakia. It evens it out to 4-4, but you got to think the advantage now to Gen.G.
Sassy's going to have Dizzy back online, I think. Was he able to pick that one back up? Surely.
Late lurks. Elsis seeming like he might be aware of it. Drifting back and forth. What a shot. Straight to the cranium. Sassy defusing is already on half. Sassy defusing. Wingman, hello, already on the half, but it might have just brought them that critical, crucial lifeline. Munchkin from the side. An attack from second is that uncertainty, but he's defended in time.
Let's go!
And John QT, you absolute beauty.
What a way for Sen to get back in. And that's after missing the read in the round. They were forced to play retake. They got a nice little spam kill to open things up. The pick onto Lakia is huge. But the defense of Wingman, and then the defense again, as John held it down, huge.
Yeah.
This map, we're going to see whether the difference between experience and lacking it makes the difference between a trophy or not.
Come on,
So
come
many
on.
players on SEN that have been in positions like this before. Some new players as well, like John, who's been calling a lights-out game and playing one too.
Exactly right. I mean, there's a chance of history on both sides. Of course, Gen.G looking for that trophy lift for Pacific for themselves as well as one of the most successful iterations of a Korean roster we've ever seen. Itia forwards now into the angle. Zelsis retreating and away with the turret is covering that angle there with Munchkin caught out into the open. Still a plant down for Gen.G. Can't be too much more behind this. They are dropping and toppling.
Very diligent play by Sentinels, making sure that they deal with the lurk.
No mamming, güey. No mamming, güey.
I mean, speak of the devil, man. Texture makes a good go of it.
I don't see how Karen wins this, though, in a 1v3.
Oh my god.
Not possible.
Open to drop.
Güey,
So a little
chequen
bit of
sus
damage done, but
putas
not too
corners,
bad. Double Bulldog
cabrones.
and a Guardian saved into the next.
Tienen
You're
que
right,
jugar
Ben. While there's
perfecto
history
contra
on the
estos
line
cabrones,
for
güey.
Gen.G. Pacific, they've never won a trophy before. Gen.G could not be closer. It's only PaperX in that final against FPX at Copenhagen, who were in a similar position to this, map 5, and it slipped away from them. But not only are they on the precipice of making history, but when you look at the two people at the top of the scoreboard here early on for Sentinels, Sassy and Tens both wanting to get into that, as the desk said, very exclusive club, double trophy lifters. And SEN as an org would only be the second org ever to have 2 trophies.
Wouldn't that be something?
The first and the last, or at least the most recent. I hope we don't stop doing them anytime soon.
I certainly hope not.
SEN looking aggressive at the start of this round, going forwards with 3 players over towards A, and Gen.G get funneled into a B hit. I think SEN look very confident and comfortable in playing the B retakes. They seem set up for it. And also, you've got to be aware that Gen.G at some point could try to flash Dizzy combo into Snowman.
Yeah.
That's another thing that SEN might be ready for.
Dizzy's exchanging the handshake there in the air. The shots are fired off here, but the plant's still down now for Gen.G. Into the post plant. Again, that weaponry isn't good, but the util is.
Oh, wow, qué buen util. Oh
Oh
my god, casi hace ace, güey. Oh my god.
Texture with the final blow. Put an end to any of that funny
Fuck.
business.
Does not matter how good your utility is if you're not able to get the kill onto Lakia as he sprays down 4. I mean, so many players that he was fighting there just didn't really seem to have their guns out ready to take a duel. Not anticipating that somebody would have gone in front of all of that util. That's spectacular. That gets his ult online. That can really start some momentum going. Huge play from Lakia. Yeah, sorry.
The big stage, seen the big scene before, even way back in the day.
I was just going to say, Brent, by the numbers, this would be disaster for SEN, if you care about them. 0 and 6 on Icebox Sentinels since May 2022.
God.
I mean, different roster at that point, basically, right? But essentially just not a map that they've ever had success on. Does it matter in a big moment like this, though? I would say it doesn't really. There's so much more to it.
The emotional aspect, playing to each other's forms, cooking up plays on the fly. But you can stop this one here from Gen.G, and they do with the knife. It's a good one. Thrash. We stopped and stunted, and the full group up again from Sentinels, looking like they are really ready to fight this one. Tooth and nail seems to be the call. Everybody
Güey, Canalito corriendo, güey.
setting it up from Sassy. That hasn't been dealt with here still. Wingman forwards, Entertainment not online, and they are really trying to flood in and through. But Gen.G, the high ground positions on high, trying to topple them over.
Oh my god, Celsius.
The difference maker.
Por favor, güey, ya. No necesita que piquear, güey. Tienen spike, güey. Tienen spike, cabrón. Tienen spike.
Wingman delivered that one like a juicy little...
No, cabrón, no. Tienen
Tienen
spike.
It would have to be the ace, and it's shut down in its tracks.
Bro.
Great try from Zelsis there, but just not quite enough to overcome the player disadvantage.
Fuck,
SEN have
man.
a clear game plan of how they want to defend against this. They're not getting caught by the flash combos at the beginning of the round, but they use their own utility to get back in, doing a retake before Wingman can even get started, making sure to break that as well so the spike's lost in enemy territory. But Gen.G got too many picks as SEN were trying to flood. That round win for Gen.G has knocked the economy of SEN. Celsius one away from the lockdown too. Certainly something to fight with if they can get picks early.
Doesn't expect the angle though. Meteor be close to the corner, swinging out, only gets the body shot, so 100 damage. Already texture. Gained all that ground, scaled rapidly on the approach. Looking to pick apart this Sentinels players that are left standing.
Fuck, man.
And this top 4, 10
Muy cabrón esto, güey. Tienen que jugar muy perfecto, güey, y han hecho unos errores feos, güey. Especialmente cuando ellos tenían Spike, güey, 2v2, güey.
Throughout all of this,
O sea, no ocupas tú buscarlos, güey. Ellos tienen que plantar, güey.
Need to take the risk of going into A. Yeah, you're favored, but why even bother with it? Let's go B. Let's make sure that Munchkin gets his ult online for the next round and keep this snowball going.
Play it safe. They've got players in forwards, advanced positions. I mean, if there's any pushing out of position here by Sentinels, look, it's going to be captured by Lakia. If not Lakia, then Texture.
Looks like a great game plan for Gen.G here. Not just applying crazy pressure over towards A.
There it is.
But also being able to get the lurk in on B. The Gen.G A hit is so powerful. And really, this flash easy lineup
Sentinels ha tenido...
on top of pipes, and then Lakia following it in afterwards. It's
creo que 2 rondas a donde han podido ganarlas, güey. Y han hecho unos errores, güey. Y ahorita, güey, tienen que jugar un Valorant perfecto. No pueden hacer estos errores, güey. Los puede hacer cualquier otro pendejo. Pero ahorita no pueden hacer este tipo de errores, güey. En este momento, güey. Tienen que jugar perfecto, güey.
Try and punish and keep that snowball going. Now the knife wasn't broken, so Zekken tagged up here. Players have to watch the belt position, at least on that high ground approach. Wall up in his face. There is some danger here. Up close, it's all about the reactions, but again, they could come from any direction. No command! It's a jiggle, almost anticipating and expecting there to be that level of aggression. But still tense. He's in that top position with the operator still into half clearance.
Buena!
And punishment in place!
Tienen Spike, güey.
Beautiful adaptation from
Bueno, ya no
SEN,
tienen
deciding
Spike.
to take the fight to Gen.G.
Tenían.
They know that the classic Gen.G exec starts from pipes control. And so Tens is already up there, using Zekken as a distraction, essentially. Everyone's going to be focused on the operator, shutting them down, trying to punish them. And they just end up running into Tens' waiting arms. Munchkin, the IGL, going to take a moment to see if he can win this round. Does he have an opening
¿Escucha
still?
esto? No.
This isn't going to be a full save where he uses it as a timeout. He does still have chances here.
I mean, the money's stacked.
30 seconds.
Make a go of it.
Spotted, plant, now 1v3.
Sounds into this one here, but it's Munchkin who he needs to seek out the weaknesses, really. Will SEN give him any? Doubled up, shoulder to shoulders, an updraft peek here from Zekken, so he's just clearing all the potential possible spots, but there is that blind spot. There is that blind spot. Munchkin eventually cleaned up, but knowing this team, I'm a believer in almost any scenario.
Now that Munchkin's had his go at winning the 1v3, he'll have to start thinking about what went wrong in terms of the macro of that round. Did they need to put more B pressure in order to pull players away from A?
Stay down. My ult's ready.
Was it that they need to be applying a little bit more utility to clearing out pipes before they go for the exec? These kind of things are going to be racking through his brain as the score's at 3-3.
Really good job. Really good positions.
Celsius clearly happy with that one. And SEN don't start this round.
Güey,
Stack over
GEN.G anda tilteado, güey. Creo que GEN.G anda tilteado, güey.
Gen.G happy to opt into that brawl. Knuckle fighting. Picked up by the knife, slowing it down for but a moment. Now waiting for it.
O anda locked in, güey, o anda tilteado, güey. Una de las dos, güey. Pero no creo que haya...
to try and get themselves into this. In fact, it's on the other side of things. Do they have anything to deal with Celsius? This lockdown, contacting, walking right now. Finally, the mollies being used to try and take that backside control texture. Oh, he's
lineups.
Here it comes.
Se lo vio, ¿no?
Oh, missed!
Against the wall here. Moshpit has to be committed. Will it break? Yeah,
No, because it needs the fragment as well.
So the additional util just doesn't add up. It was all missed in time. Tens forwards here. There is entertainment. Fragment nade. Does he expect it? No, he does
Oh my
not. Meteor
God.
Again, taking matters into his own hands, and he's snuck himself up into that forward position, but finally dealt with. Shut down. Back here.
Buena.
No one standing at this pressure. It's just.
Let's go!
Sentinels with a successful retake.
Oh my
Part
god.
of that has got to be down to the fact that Munchkin missed the nade. Every team at this point has a setup to try to counter that lockdown. We're talking the best teams in the world. Of course they have setups for that. But it got missed somehow. The fumble from Gen.G. I don't know what piece of architecture that hit onto.
I won't claim to know as well, but
It's just on a door frame by the look of it. Devastation.
tiniest of differences for Sentinels to take the lead here in map 5. Grand finals on the line.
Get out of my way.
Meteor, Karen creeping closer to those ults, and Lakia already has his. It's going to be difficult for Zekken, I think, to really get a peek if we decide to invest the Thrash.
Oh my god, the knife! No
Oh
way!
my god,
Just
buena kill.
suspects it, and Zekken is out of there on top of the ropes. He does not want to be hunted down and away, but is at the table.
Pero agarró.
Where's the help? Dash
Buena.
Tenz is there! Finally! Support arriving, but Lakia cleaning up that pesky player close towards yellow.
But Sassy's done enough just by staying
Oh,
in an
pero
open
Meteor,
area where
güey.
the rest of his team could cover him.
Spotted in the window. Perhaps there's a
Yeah, by the
chance.
turret.
Yep.
Great turret position there. Utilizing the new window that got carved out of Tube.
Real read here for Sentinels. But again, have to maintain these advantages when they are
Oh
handed
my
to you. And
god.
if you lose that fight into mid, suddenly 3 versus 3. Have a peek at things here.
No!
Open timing against
Fuck!
him. Second, he loses his
El
fight.
timing, verga.
It's turned.
Absolutely brutal for Sen. Great punishment on these peaks by Gen.G.
Reaction test here for Zelsis. He doesn't even need it. Blind as a bat, but he still sprays him down, but he can't follow through with the second kill. 1 versus
Saca la
2.
navaja.
Knife. Ouch on QT, not anticipating it. That pace and tempo injected into the
¿No
round
dieron
by
el
Gen.G
call-up?
at
¿No dio el
just the
call-up que
right
subió
moments.
Kitchen?
I love it too, because while you're talking about the post-plant aggression, the pause in the round baited out these little plays. I mean, Zekken didn't know exactly where to put his crosshair. And Tenz going for a peek under Tube opens the win up for Gen.G. That's got to be frustrating for the
man.
Sen coaches. What a gift for Gen.G.
Johnny anda tilteado, güey.
Even as anything.
John anda tilteado, güey.
Balances here when it
John
comes to
anda
rounds.
tilteado, güey. Y eso no está bueno, güey.
Taking straight to them here, opting into the scrap. Zekken, there's no way
No,
he dashes
estaba
to that
blind,
angle, and
güey.
he's punished.
Wow, what a flash from Munchkin. Just bleached the eyeballs of Zekken.
Oh,
and Tenz
fuck.
looking to try to take the fight.
What you said, the dizzy didn't get broken in time. No,
Oh!
what a wall!
Qué kill, güey.
Right through the wall. And Tenz still not going to be removed from this spot. He just sees it, head poking over, but now has to respect it. Players all around him. Sassy, your turn to strike back if you can. While the iron is hot, and hot it
Let's
is.
go!
They drop him. No interest
Let's
in the
fucking
side.
go.
Stand your ground.
Lock in,
Say your
lock
piece.
in.
Right Merchant on his feet.
Gen.G cannot crack this A defense. I've not seen any team put up as good as a defensive setup against this as Sen have.
Güey,
Multiple
pero
layers
no
to
es
the
ni
right,
tan
the
bueno.
Sen going
Van
aggressive at the beginning,
5-4.
drawing attention. Tenz upon pipes, and then crossfire setups.
Van 5-4, güey. O sea, que digas que tiene una pinche gran defensa, no sé, al menos que Gen.G de plano se estaba puteando a todos como un 13-3, güey, 13-2, güey. No veo un mundo, güey, a donde esto sea una gran defensa, Esta madre está muy cerrada. Puede ser para cualquier persona.
Still anyone's game though.
Oh, absolutely. It's not like Sen have figured it out and that's them with the trophy in hand.
Yeah.
Putting up a great fight on a bad map for them.
And here it is, target-rich environment. The wall obscuring, hiding the intent of Gen.G, but out wide, that's Munchkin. No kill to be claimed, but Zekken, let's give it up anyway. Now, the pixel angle. Holding forward, it's going to be that high-low, and a peek with the dizzy on top of things, running and gunning forward. Second, drop down, 1 kill found, but already the pit is down and out, covered at the site.
Munchkin's weak. Is he going to try to knock himself?
You should
Get the
run.
full res? Oh, they go for the lockdown as well.
Lockdown play. Using it to clear them all the way back here, so Sentinels won't be able to withstand their ground here, but there is that gap out towards the back here. It seems like there's some hesitation. How do they want to try and fight towards this one? It looks like now the plan being committed. Still with that pit here, with the ults all the way through now. Thrash to set it up, and it has cleared the way through. No! Dominate!
Oh
Dominate!
my
Come
God.
on! An absolute menace! And a 1v2, Sassy. So much to do. Mosh rebounds, Pit still alive and active, but it finally fades, and look at it. It's hectic, it's frantic, he's looking this way and that way. Wingman out!
Oh my God.
Collect the kill!
You can see the nerves at play here just by taking a look at normally a calm and very experienced player. What is this as well? That's everything. Karen being able to dodge that Thrash is everything in this round. It's a beautiful idea. Sassy and Tens play it superbly. Karen making the play to dodge it, keep the pit up. 5-5, Gen.G. They came into that round with 2 people with only sheriffs.
Yeah, I mean, the money wasn't good. See 3 rifles to play with. Undeterred now by that one.
Man.
Fast play, fast approach. Over towards A, Sen.
Sen ocupa estas 2 rondas,
No,
güey.
this time playing it for retake again with Zelsys lockdown. I mean, they must realize though that they got kind of lucky with Munchkin missing the fragment grenade before. Look how good the Flash Dizzy is.
Yeah, just can't break it, can't withstand it. Here comes a lockdown though. It's fast by Sen.
Is there anything to
their
break
part,
it?
pushing back right into the flank. Sassy! He's caught in the open!
Oh
Didn't
my
withstand
God,
it with his gun
Sassy.
out.
He thought Gen.G were going to fight the lockdown, but the lockdown came too early. Gen.G weren't in position for the lineups. Now Zelsys in mid.
Catching Meteor, crucial to the round. Success. Orb in his face. Blooms.
Oh my God,
Here's
Zelsys.
the running con. Zelsys!
Buena.
Awareness off the charts. Pit dropped down 2. But dodging that one with the detainment. The Thrash not getting anything. And the decay damage, there it is. Putting in work with Zelsys leading that charge still.
The spike, it went down. Wingman able to plant it in the midst of all of this. But this pit, it's not a post-plant play. It's for Sen to go for the retake.
And they got all that space still, have to clear through this one. Karen has a snake bite, at least one with the tap. And now they're floating through onto the side. That left hand
Buena.
Flash! Magnificent!
Oh my God, bro. Come on, bro.
And he's got to stand and do it now. The tap, forcing out the bullets, no more.
Oh
left
my
in the
God.
chamber.
Iba a decir, güey, no mames, güey.
What an incredible beginning. Could be set
Come on.
at an absolutely tied first half on a map where, by all accounts, Gen.G should be hugely favored. But I don't feel like I'm seeing the nerves hit the Gen.G players. It doesn't feel like a collapse from them.
No, it feels like Sen stepping up.
It definitely does. The
No, güey, yo
adaptations
siento
they've
que,
made and the awareness of how
güey,
Gen.G
para mí
occupy
ahorita
Icebox, loving
está
the way
más
they're defending.
tranquilo
The pit
Sen,
there from
I mean
John Cutie
Gen.G,
was immaculate.
que
Zelsys
Sentinels,
awareness
güey.
too. And the flash
Fuera
out
de pedo.
Tens just all working really nicely together.
Sen players rallied, reinvigorated. Deep knife gives him peace of mind there, so Tens can earn himself up to his ult. Wasn't pushed back, and a full group up by Gen.G.
They're aware that sometimes the Sentinels players have pushed on defense. Remember, they caught Sassy pushing out of B in the previous round after they'd applied their pressure on A.
Wait too long, the knife might be back online for Tens to just throw it from Boiler.
Tens has his ult to be able to work with too, so the closer they get, the less they can really rely on the Viper wall to do anything for them. Do they have an idea of where Tens is? He's set up for another knife lineup. Here comes the knife again. Might get bad info though here, actually.
Orb up.
Catches.
Back over.
Se agarra uno.
Yeah, that knife caught onto Munchkin. But then Tens is still rotating off.
It's really orchestrated. I mean, they just know when the orb's up like that, they only catch one onto the knife. Yes, they could cut noise, but Zekken holding from the top rafter position here. Plenty of angles to adjust and choose from, but they are walking right into the one that matters most.
Oh my God.
Dash online, backs away, Sassy close now. In their faces, willing to take the fight straight to them with only 25 seconds left. It's the final round of the first half. And an important one at that. Wingman broken. That's the confirmation. Gen.G have to follow through with the weaponry and the guns, and they're finding their own place, but it's only down.
Come on, come on.
to one.
Come on, 3v2. Nice. Tienen spike, güey. Tienen spike. No necesitan que salir, güey. No necesitan que salir. No salgan. Oh my God, gracias. Oh my God. Let's go. Come on.
You can see it. We can feel it. History will be made right here on this half of Icebox.
Let's fucking go.
GEN.G won every single pistol the last time that these two teams played in the upper bracket final and walked away with a comfortable win on 2 out of 3 of the maps. They need this one.
Open face by Kero,
Buena.
almost with the punishment. Tagged down by the turret, just seeking to at least destroy it and remove some of that mid-round information.
Dale.
It's not the only piece of aggression in mid. Texture, Lakia, still trying to get posted up there, making sure that SEN don't play in that area.
Jump spot from
Oh my god.
Now wide now with the face in top of the Dizzy. They have to give up their space here, but GEN.G might seek to try and fight this one. Wingman is already in the fray. Through the back of the side here, broken down.
Buenos blinds, güey. Buena kill. Necesitan esta kill, necesitan esta win, güey.
In the name of the game, but GEN.G not willing to give up even a scrap of territory. No map control, and no gain really.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. 2, but eventually brought down.
3v3, güey.
The spike's still not retrievable.
Oh,
It's a
buena.
spike position.
30 seconds left.
They keep getting tucked behind this box over and over. Karen, though, he took so much damage earlier on.
No tienen blind, no tienen veneno, no tienen cero fucking.
Down to this for SEN and a pistol round. 1 to stand. 1, 2.
Let's go!
Sentinels are feeling it.
Zelsis on his feet again. And SEN in the driving seat, despite having that map veto disadvantage because they had to come through the lowers. Sassy on that stage for the 3rd time knows that it can be done. He, every time he'd made it to a grand finals before, went through the upper bracket, but he didn't always win.
He knows it's doable. Energy just is truly palpable for GEN.G. Shy investment. Utility.
Come on.
Meteor to get something done, but this is
Esta ronda es muy importante, güey.
all likelihood wrapped up
Muy
to that
importante
9th
para
round.
Sentinels.
Depending on whether or not they go into the
Come on.
start, I really feel like you can't count out GEN.G even when they only have pistols and Meteor, who hasn't really been hitting this map, the only one with the Sheriff. If TenZ goes down and they pick up the Stinger, maybe something can snowball off the back of it. SEN are playing this so cautiously. They do not want to give an inch to GEN.G.
Caution can spell defeat sometimes. Knife, no info, it's caused to rotate.
Oh my god.
That's an amazing timing for SEN to start to hit A. TenZ has
No
read this one
way.
perfectly.
And just like that, we talk about it, the tiniest of differences, affecting so
Where
much
you going,
more.
mate? Where
Pero
you
va,
going?
tienes una Stinger.
Stinger!
¿Cómo mató un cabrón? What? Bueno, lo que acabo de ver es.
With all sorts of murder, it's a massacre in front of the back of the site, but he gives up his life in the end.
Lo que acabo de ver es casi imposible, güey. O sea, mató un cabrón de Stinger, güey, como de 30 metros, güey, más. O sea, lo man... Ese güey estaba hasta jugando la bestia.
GEN.G's composition can be very potent when you allow them to get into retake scenarios. And SEN are clearly planning to play forwards even when this turns into rifle rounds. You can see the kind of angles that they're taking. GEN.G are going to struggle to get back into sights if they allow SEN to walk in like that. Yes, it was a gamble. Yes, they needed to try to make the play. But what a beautiful read from TenZ there. Saw the knife whistle past him and realized an opening
Let's go.
could be his. A 4-round lead for Sentinels.
GEN.G, unfamiliar position that they're in here in this grand finals on this big stage. Now we're going to do the most. They're going to try and steal their hearts, calm down the nerves, get some form of collection together. Because the map is running away from you, and not just the map, it's the series. It's your chance of etching your place into history.
Texture has gone for a
Este es el bonus, güey. Este es una... Güey, ganan esto, güey. Se puede poner muy bueno, güey.
Triple stack over towards A. The knife catching Sassy over there. And Texture already starting to come off that aggressive B long line.
It's all has to pay.
Come on.
It just has to. Taking a gander. Walking back
Este es el que tiene el OP, ¿no?
to the angle now, behind yellow box. Lots of angles to really choose from too.
He can't expose himself to Zekan's position. At any point here, he could be getting walked up on. That's why you see him just going for the check.
And he just doesn't know. He just does not know.
You are open to being timinged here. He's taking a risk.
Risks are necessary in this particular position. All up. Everybody crossing. Texture can feel it now, and it's going to be tagged up by the knife. Has to respect this now and back away. No, he's just out in the open. No man's land. Flash.
Oh my god, qué flash, güey. Ese flash era muy importante.
GEN.G trying to be fast. Now with this rotate plan denied. Shut down here with only 33 seconds left now. Cavalry has arrived.
30 seconds
All
left.
5 players here. There's 25 seconds left.
No.
How are they getting back in?
That's the question, isn't it? Waiting for that regen util, but again, there's only 20 seconds remaining. Got to get a move on, and it needs to be now for SEN. What is the game plan? Wall up, just about.
They've got to push forwards.
Push forwards, and that's why Tens is there. Underhanded, flash through, takes it. The fight straight to into Meteor. On double
Oh
break.
my god.
GEN.G though, surely the guns prevail. It's 1 versus 2. There is that value. Rifle upgrade. Celsius here. Is it even planted for it? I'm not even sure. Tucked to the corner here. They know where he is. Wingman sets its sight onto it. Lakia half on the defuse and even more. No kills to be claimed. No kills to be collected. GEN.G narrowly avoiding it, but they need to keep these guns.
That is so rough, losing the
Oh
ult in
my
that
god.
situation. They knew that they had the round secured, and they still couldn't keep that supremely important weapon online.
Let's go.
Nerves in these big moments certainly hit SEN. Yes, it wasn't the most successful round in the world, but that was their bonus.
Güey, pero Loki fue una ronda muy buena porque les quitaron OP,
They hurt the
güey.
economy in the sense that GEN.G coming into this one with double guardians and no operator. That is huge. They know they don't need to deal with that in the next round.
Familiar scenes here. Seen that one before. The deep knife gives him that chance for Munchkin to try and build up that ult, but here it is, fast and loose. It's a call made here by Sentinels. Looking to disrupt. No command. There's no abilities here, so Sassy can be able to get that plan down. So again, into the post-plan situation we go. GEN.G going to be tested now on their retakes.
Come on.
GEN.G are looking for the lurker,
Come on.
coming around throughout mid. There isn't one.
Yeah, just trying to clear it out.
Sassy can play so far back and just work off his thrash. Does Munchkin have
guys.
some kind of knife to be able to deny this?
Mosh pit, flash, through and out second. How the hell is he alive there? Thrash now finally being used, but it's offloaded. All the volleys as well.
Oh
Thrash
my
broken. Media, wide texture. Trying to claim another one here. Being dropped down to 10 HP. Tens, surely he falls, surely. They go down. Half. Out. Munchkin.
2v1.
Has he bought enough time? He's got too many targets to deal with. Munchkin
Let's go!
deed.
Let's fucking go.
Small smile on the face of Zelsis, throwing in the wide swing, knowing that the aim is going to be at its shakiest in this, the latest
Wait.
hour.
Aquí es a donde se están viendo que su mental se les está quebrando, güey. O sea, puedes estar fresco tal vez en el primer mapa, en el todo, güey. Este es el último mapa, güey. Y cuando tienes 3 rondas a punto de perder, aquí es a donde tu mental se puede ir a la mierda, güey. Porque ya los nervios ya te llegan, o sea, ya no hay más, güey. Estos son... Esto es lo más importante, güey. Créanme, güey, yo lo sé, güey. Yo he jugado en este tipo de nivel, güey. O sea, yo he estado en este tipo de nivel de presión, güey. Pero me chingué la rodilla, güey. Vamos, let's fucking go. Oh, no rompe el robot, güey. Oh, sí lo rompió.
Molly misses the Nano Swarm.
But going off the sound cue there, the turret still gets retracted.
Yeah, pulled
Oh,
back.
la quitó. No la rompió.
GEN.G do not have the weaponry to hold on against
Oh, y
the
aquí agarró a 3 cabrones, ¿no?
Collecting onto 2, at least,
Dos.
possibly even 3 there, indicating that it would be an A execute. Meteor gets pulled over to reinforce Munchkin. And then goes
Y este
back
es un,
as Munchkin
y este es un
follows.
save round.
There is no noise.
Y este es un save round.
3 hits working really nicely against GEN.G and the way that Munchkin likes to make hard reads.
Only one tag there with the knife. That is going to be the go button. Pressed here by SEN. Not just that, but they're pressing the advantage, scaling deep into the back of the site. They're giving an edge to them. Second is tucked deep, and there's going to be that supportive util. Look at that. Ten's already holding for it. First signs of life from GEN.G. A flash, and Molly is going to go flying. There it is. Dizzy To be broken, not quite, just sailed right over, but a bit of miscommunication out.
Oh
Here,
my
Texture.
God, bro,
knife's
what
at
the
play,
fuck?
knife's at work. It's gonna
Wait,
try and
estos-
slice and dice to victory. GEN.G finding that footwork and the ground gained and granted to them. 2 versus 2, a weapon. At least with the upgrade, Meteor is going to be holding this one. He's going to be defusing this one, but already the wall fades and topples away. Half needs to be earned, and he does get it, but time.
Let's go!
Entirely.
Celsius again is there to make sure the safe pair of hands. Another player who was there at the very beginning.
Güey, se les estaba yendo, güey. Se les estaba yendo esta ronda, güey.
Making sure to be the backbone of this team.
Se les estaba yendo esta ronda, güey. Come on.
Emotional leader for
Mira, güey,
Sentinels.
ese mental se les está quebrando, güey.
Under the pressure.
2 rondas más.
Making sure
Let's go.
that every
2
one
rondas
of
más.
these tight moments is closed out. GEN.G, they must pick this timing to respond if they want any chance of forging their place in history.
It has to happen now. Pressure against them. Either crumble or makes diamonds. Texture.
Oh
misses
my
the
God.
adjustment. Can't quite hit the snap to the side and now pushed away from the angle. In fact, even activates the dash, anticipating like it could be a follow through, but it's not.
But
Sentinels are out of there.
He's getting good information here, Bren. The fact that Texture popped the dash and got back on the angle is telling GEN.G to keep 3 players A. And they have Lackier on pipes too. This is looking like the way that SEN wanted to defend.
So here's here, Zekken! Matters into his own hands, leading the charge with the dash.
Buena.
Just collides right into the collision of 4 tanks.
Nice!
The adjustment is not there! An inevitability. Texture in a 1v3.
He's got to try to hold on to the last shreds of hope in his heart. But it must be feeling heavy. He knows that this is SEN likely to get up to 12.
Look at the triangle they formed as well, crossfire setups. It would have to be the play of his career.
No, va a
He
ahorrar,
knows
güey.
it's not
La va a ahorrar,
possible.
güey. Ni de pedos, güey.
In the
Ni de
movement,
pedos, güey.
in his posture.
Sería muy estúpido, güey. Su equipo no tiene dinero, güey.
You see that he's just forced to take.
Ni de
Smart
pedos
playing
busca
back
esto,
off.
güey.
But this has got to be devastating. The silence in the GEN.G camp as they allowed Texture to play the clutch.
Güey, creo que por fin les rompieron el mental o la presión les llegó, güey. Porque saben que están a una ronda, güey. Están a una ronda, güey. Let's fucking go. Una ronda.
Icebox, surely we had the advantage. How are we in this position? 6 rounds in a row that GEN.G would need to take, and Celsius, he's on his feet. The round was still going on, and he's already celebrating.
Orchestrating the crowd.
HSK head in hands.
Güey, Celsius no lleva arma. Oh,
This is it, the precipice. The line that's been drawn and Sentinels willing to cross it. And this will be them as an org, as players, as individuals.
Oh, este es un buen ulti, güey. Buen ulti, güey.
Has to put a stop to it now. Thrash clears through, that's entertainment. Takes a drops down, but he's fallen prey to it. Hunted down.
pero no, creo que no saben que hay otro, güey.
Lackier. He's called for the reinforcements, but this is it. It's a brutal scenario.
Let's go!
Thread unraveled. Sentinels can feel it.
The ult even forced out a Meteor here to try to keep the Horde back. But they're in a 3v5. There's nobody on A. Where's the win condition? It just looks like SEN are going to have a free ticket to A. Zekken's going to make a play down mid and it gets cancelled. Why would you even bother taking the risk?
Play it together. Thrash, second round. To clear the way through. It's Munchkin standing his ground. Knife just a little bit too late here. They can feel it now. Pressure mounting. GEN.G stacking, but they will topple. They will fall. The rifles are too good. 1,000 days and counting. Sentinels
Let's go!
maintaining their relevancy.
30 seconds left. Spike planted.
The last time they were at an international event, last time they earned any sort of accolades.
Toxins going up.
And Caron from rank to
Este güey tiene ulti, güey.
left to stew. Pacific's hopes and dreams laid on his shoulders. GEN.G's hopes and dreams laid on his shoulders. But how much can one man do? First one found. Second one
Go!
It's over.
¡Let's fucking go! Güey, como acaban de ver, güey, Sentinels campeón de Masters Madrid, güey, han tenido una temporada muy cabrona desde BCT Américas, llegar a Madrid y ser campeones, güey. O sea, qué cabrón, güey. Güey, ya quiero ver qué sigue, güey. Me encantó esta serie, me encantó Masters Madrid. Espero que les haya gustado, güey. Y hasta la próxima. Peace.